today we're going to be talking about reputation monitoring services in Dubai. It might be a lot of different reputable companies or reputable websites talking negatively about you. What would you do in those scenarios, James? So today we're going to be talking about reputation monitoring services in Dubai. Now, for anybody that doesn't know what that is, James, can you explain what it is?
Yeah, so obviously there's lots of different softwares and tools that we're using to monitor brands. That could be personal brands, or could be corporate brands. That's across everywhere on the internet. So it could be on social media like Twitter or Instagram or YouTube. It could be images. It could be in Google search for like any new web pages that have gone online. And we're monitoring on a day-to-day basis. It's not just day-to-day. We're actually monitoring on an hour-by-hour basis across the monitoring tools to see exactly what information is going out there. And minute there's anything that's got a negative sentiment, there's a huge red flag that pops up. And then we then start speaking to the client straight away to say, like, did you know about this? A lot of the time, the actual client doesn't know about what's going on. They need to quickly check it, and then we need to try our best to counter it with some reputation management services.
Yeah, so some of the things that we monitor could be Google reviews, it could be tweets, it could be Facebook posts, it could be Facebook reviews, Trustpilot, it could be other websites talking about your brand or your CEO or the celebrity that you're actually dealing with. So that's everything that we're basically checking. We're trying to make certain that everything surrounding your brand from an entity standpoint is all basically positive. There's just nothing being negatively said. Now, in some cases, obviously, people do have like cancellations, for example. So it might be a lot of different reputable companies or reputable websites talking negatively about you. What would you do in those scenarios, James?
So obviously, if it is a genuine customer that's left a one-star review, the first thing that the business should be doing is trying to reach out to see whether they can resolve the situation so they can remove it, and if possible, change it to a five-star by proactively helping them out. So there's times where delivery times can be longer than normal. These sometimes could be human error where they've sent it to the wrong address, or could be there's many reasons why you could get a one-star review. So initially trying to get the customer to reach out and see whether they can amend it. If they can, it's one of them where they've just got to respond in a positive manner. Sometimes you do get one-star reviews. That's natural for certain businesses to have a mix of one stars and five stars. If there is anything where it is, you can see in the database that that actual person that's left the review has never been a customer. There is certain legal letters that you can send out or certain kind of wording that you can do to like Google business profiles or Trustpilot to get reviews removed. And then obviously then on the counter side to it is just making certain you're proactively looking to try to get as many five-star reviews as possible. So there is that blended mix that if you do get a one star, again, as a business owner, you should be, I'm not saying you should be fine with it. You don't want any one stars ideally, but it does happen in life. And I think too many business owners at times dwell on a one star for too long instead of just going, do you know what? At times you can't please all customers. As long as you reply in a positive manner and then keep dealing with as long as you've got majority of clients leaving five stars, then if you respond in a positive manner and try to resolve the situation, that's all you can do.
Yeah, and then there's also other things as well. So that's mainly for like local businesses or just any type of business. But there's also Google Alerts that you can set up. There's Ahrefs alerts, and that'll basically ping you an email every time another website's mentioning something about you. So what we typically do is we'll have somebody on call just checking this across all of our clients, and as soon as something comes up and it's like, oh, why is that being posted? That sounds a little bit negative. We'll basically try to counteract that, try and basically flood it with as much positive articles so the negative article doesn't even get seen a lot of times by us basically doing that. We could do stuff like press releases, we could do stuff like image sharing, we could do stuff like videos, and basically what we're just trying to do is flood it so it doesn't even rank in the first place. So that's the brilliant thing when it comes to monitoring your brand or your company or your founder, for example. But if this is something that you feel like you need for your business, head over to fatrank.com, fill in the contact form, and our team will be in touch. Thanks for watching.